Second grade, last time I was here, you were in kindergarten. And grown up a little bit, haven't you? Got a little smarter? Yeah. Well, that's subject to debate too. My name is Guy Bishop. I shouldn't tell you what I used to do because it probably ruined the show. But I may tell you at the end of the show how that be. I owe you a surprise, okay? What I used to do. See, I haven't done this all my life. Oh, I played the piano most of my life, but I haven't done this kind of thing. I'm glad to be back to you folks at Springcreek. We have been in this group for a long time because of Mr. Wickens here when I was nothing wrong for me. So I always liked this room because it was easy to get into. Because I just backed the car in the door there and I had little girlies. Guess what I'm all about? Old time music. That's why I got the daughter bands on the arm. Striped shirt, bow tie, straw hat on top of the piano. Because I play the oldest upbeat music in this country. 96 years old. We've had upbeat music in this country for 96 years. Your great-grandparents, when they were your age, had upbeat music. Okay? Well, they had a special name for it. It was called Ragtime. Did you hear me? Did you hear me? It was called Ragtime. Okay. Why do you call the music Ragtime? Because the time of the music was ragged. Choppy, uneven rhythms. And for 20 years, this country was ragtime crazy. They couldn't get enough of these things. People, composers, which wrote them by the carload. So, today we're going to introduce you to the world of ragtime. For you folks in kindergarten and first grade, you probably never heard it, and you second graders have forgotten all about it. So it's really going to be sort of brand new. I picked out a rag that might put a smile on your face. It's called the Smiler. It was written by a fellow who just wanted to create a happy-go-lucky rag. A real loose. I mean, this is a real loose rag. It is super fun to play. I love to play ragtime because it's just fun to play. You can do so many interesting things with it. You know something? There's only a handful of piano players in the country today who are playing ragtime. Most of them are in the Midwest and around the St. Louis area. That's where you find most of them today. There are a few of them scattered around. There's only 3 in Ohio that I know of. One up around Cleveland area, one down in Cincinnati, myself. That's about it. Playing this special music called ragtime. It is a fun music. What do you listen for? The unevenness of the beat. And folks, you probably got a CD or a cassette at home, and you're probably going to go home from school, and you're going to turn on your favorite music, and you're going to find it's got a beat, and it's going to have uneven rhythms, and guess where it all came from? Ragtime. Everything in today's music, beat, came from ragtime. But if you go over here to the mall and try to find ragtime in the music store, lots of luck. You can't find any of it there. You can find your music, but you can't find this music. This music you can only buy through catalogs. That's why I go around to 15 counties and see anywhere from 160 to 200 audience boys and girls a year, because I want to hear what this first upbeat music really sounded like. And this is called ragtime, and this rag is called the Smiler. How old is it? 86 years. 1907 is when it was written, and it might put a smile on your face. It's called the Smiler. what you like to listen to today? Well, that's sort of a warm-up number. I want you to hear this special music because everything else we're going to do today is going to have an even rhythm. So that means it's going to come from Ragtime, including right down to the very last number we do today. Is all going to lead back to this special music called Ragtime. That was the first upbeat music. Now, let's see if we can do a little finger snap here. Snap, snap. Okay, that's pretty good. Slap. Oh, that's pretty good. Now, see if we can clap. Got bad news. Bad news. Mama don't allow us to do that. But we don't care what Mama don't allow. We're going to do it anyway. Just like it is at home. There's also some things that Mama don't allow us to play. We are going to introduce 3 instruments that Mama don't allow us to play. Now, the first one is an instrument that looks like this. It's got 6 holes. You blow into it like a flute, all-legged pipe. F-I-F-E was used back in the Revolutionary War with fighting drums, of course. It's got 6 holes on it. You just blow, lift your finger up off the hole, and it makes a sound. That's one. Another one, this one drives Mom. This is called a slide whistle that you blow and you slide at the same time. And it makes a very, very wicked, loud, piercing sound. And last, spoons. Now, all these 3 of these things you can buy in the They sell those by the dozen. These come individually in a small box. Spoons. Okay. Now, that's the way you play the spoon. Your arm, wherever you want to play, just grab hold of the handle. And if you want to really be good, you can really get a pretty good rhythm going then when you do that. You can walk around and play that thing as long as you keep it bouncing there. Mama don't allow us to play the whistle, the pipe, and the spoons. We don't care what Mama don't allow. We're going to play them anyway. Now, I've got 4 stations up here. I've got sort of a red, blue, green, and yellow station, except the spoons are all the same color. And we need about 4 people to man these stations. Oh, let me have the girl there. Right there. No, guy in the back. Guy in the brown there. Okay, here we are. Get yourself a station there. Okay. Oh, wait, come on around. Come on around. Stand in front of your station there. Okay, you got the blue station? Okay, you got a station down there? There you go. Okay, now as I call the instruments out, would you lift them up and just give me a quick sample? The fife. Okay, everybody. Oh, you got to turn around the other way. There you go. Okay, let's see you blow on it. Beautiful. Set the fife down. Pick up the slide whistle. All right. Blow and slide. Beautiful. Beautiful. Set that down, pick up the spoons, and let's hear a little spoon rhythm. Beautiful. Okay, set those back. Now, when I call for those instruments, I want you to stay with that instrument till I change you off to another one. When I start you on a pattern out here, like finger snapping, I want you to stay with that pattern till I change you on. Got it? Okay, just keep right. Well, not yet. I haven't told you yet what we're going to do. I got to start. We're going to do a song that nobody knows who wrote it. It's called Mama Don't Allow It. Mama Don't Allow It. Every jazz band in the country years ago thought they had to play Mama Don't Allow It because it had such a good beat. Guess where the beat came from? Yeah, you guessed it, Ragtime. All right, are you ready? Well, you don't know now just which I'm going to call for, do you? All right. Finger snapping in here. Snap those fingers. I don't allow no finger snapping in here. Hey, don't loud and snap those fingers anyhow. I'm no loud and fingers snapping in here. I'm going, I'm no loud those pipes played in here. Turn around, face yelling. I'm no loud those pipes played in here. Hey, we don't care if I'm no loud to play those pipes anyhow. I'm no loud those pipes played in here. Let's listen to the pipes. Anyhow, well, now listen now, spoons. Hey, I don't want no hands clapping in here. Hey, I don't want no hands clapping in here. They don't care what I'm gonna do. We're gonna clap those hands anyhow. I don't want no hands clapping in here. Hey, I don't want no people playing in here. Hey, I don't want no people playing in here. Hey, we don't care what I'm gonna do. We're gonna play those people anyhow. I don't want no people playing in here. Where's my kindergarten? Raise your hand if you're in kindergarten. Oh boy, we got something special for you. Now, don't hold your hand up if you're not in kindergarten. I need Mr. R. Oh, would you be Mr. R? Hold up Mr. R. Hey, beautiful. I need a Miss A. Miss A, right there, Miss A. Okay. There you go. Hold that right up there, would you please? I need a Mr. G. How about this guy right here? Oh, we're going to spell something, aren't we? Yeah. I need a Miss G. This one right over here. Yeah. We spelled Ray with an extra G, didn't we? Okay. Sorry, Jim. There you go. Hold that right up there. I need to miss those. Yeah, right here. Hold that up here. Hold it right up here. Right around the corner here. Okay. Hold that right up there. Let me come on the other side over here. There you go. See Mr. P. This guy right here. And a Miss E. Yeah, right here. Hold that. There we are. How do we spell it? With 4 rags and 4 mops, right? 4 rags and 4 mops. Okay, are y'all in the right order so we know where we are? Now, what do you folks have to do? This song, I'm going to tell you first of all, this song is called Rhythm and Blues, right? That's the title. I'm telling you the style. Style of music is called Rhythm and Blues. Guess what, folks? There isn't any difference between this beat and rock and roll. There's no difference. Rock and roll was a new name for rhythm and blues. This song, Rag Mop, is 43 years old. Came out in 1950. I say, well, whatever I say, you say back to me. Got it? All right. Just echo me right back. R. I say R-A. R-A-G. R-A-G-G. Rag. R-A-G-G. M. I say M-O. M-O-P. M-O-P-P. M-O-P-P. Now together, here we go. Ragtime till you die, da-da. Ragtime till you die. Ragtime till you die. Ragtime till you die. R-A-G-G. M-O-P-P. Ragtime. Now this time, let's give a little hand clap for one. There we go. Here are rag bumpers. Nice hand. All right. Okay. Rag bop, rhythm and blues. 43 years ago in this country, we didn't even know the word rock and roll existed. Huh? A rock was something that you found down around the creek bed, and a roll was something you put on the breakfast table. That's all we knew about rock and roll back then. But you see, rock and roll was a new name for what we just did. Rhythm and blues. Rhythm and blues, which was around for quite a while. At least 15 years in this country. They had rhythm and blues, and then along comes rock and roll, which is exactly 40 years old this year. Now we're going to do a song. Nobody knows who wrote it. Nobody knows where. Nobody knows when. But everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. So I need to have all of you up on your feet. You teachers can help us out too. All right. play a song on the piano that you also know. You can sing along to it. And I've got a story about this song that you will never believe. You'll never believe this story about this song. So here it is. Right in season. This song is celebrating its 85th baseball season of being sung in ballparks practically every day from April to October, which is baseball season. The man who wrote this song lived in New York City. 1908, 85 years ago, he wrote this song. He said, "Take me out to the ball game." Well, there he was, New York. He had his choice. New York Yankees, they're still there. New York Giants, they're out in San Francisco. Brooklyn Dodgers, they're out in Los Angeles. 3 baseball teams. But back in that day, folks, there's only one way to see a baseball game. You had to go to the ballpark. You couldn't sit home and watch it on television. There was no such animal. There wasn't even radio. You couldn't even listen to a ball game. You had to go to the ballpark to see it. Albert Von Tilson, the man's name who wrote the song. And he said, "Take me out to the ball game." Do you think anybody ever offered? Do you think anybody ever came into his little apartment and said, "Hey, Albert, you want to go out to the ball game?" No. Nobody invited him. And he never went. And he died. Never, ever seen a baseball game. Never seen a baseball game. The guy who wrote the song. And so, in his memory, he could go on for over 60 years. He never go out. He never went out to the ball game. Nobody would take him out. So today, I think he's smiling down on Springcreek and said, "Hey, how about taking me out to the ball game?" So we're going to take Albert out to the ball game today. And I need a picture. Oh, no, Jack Burns there. Okay. No? Here's my picture. All right. Now I need a catch. So I'll take the other guy to start up here. All right. That'll be our battery. Now we're only going to have an interview. We're only going to have a battery. I said battery. That's a different from battery. Now we need a first baseman. We need a first baseman. Oh, man, this guy right back here. You haven't been at it. Oh, yeah. You stay home. You stay home. Okay, this guy right here. Would you be my first baseman? You didn't get me up there a while ago, did you? Oh, you up there a while ago? Were you on Ragtime? Oh, you come on. You sit down and everybody, somebody else has a chance. How about this guy right back here? Don't hold your hand up. Yeah. Don't hold your hand up before you're up here. Yeah, that's the guy I want right here. Okay, second base right here. Third shortstop. Go right here. Third base, go third green. All right. Okay, are we all set up here? Well, we're going to try to find a place to do this. Yeah, here's second base. Okay, yeah, come on in. All right, now we got to set up a little infield. I might have to ask the kindergarten folks to slide back. Don't mind, you take a couple minutes here. Need a catcher right here, need a pitcher right here. Need a first baseman right over here. Need a second baseman right over here. Need a shortstop. Need to hang back a little bit more. Scoot back for me. This one anyway, then you slide back up right for you. Yay! This guy over there. And you run over here. travels. Third baseman, keep back up just a little bit there in the back. Don't step on somebody. Okay. Pitcher, would you send it over to the catcher now? Just do it nice and easy. Now for third base, down to your own green there. Okay, bounce pass if you want to. There you go. It's easier to catch that way. Okay. Now over to the short. Hold right on to it, honey. All right. Hold right on to it. Now you pass it over to that shortstop next to it to you. Nice throw. Oh, grab right hold of it. Okay. Over to the second baseman here. There, she's got it. First base. Okay, back to the pitcher. No, the pitcher. Okay, that's one time around. Now we want to see how many times you can take the ball around the horn while we sing. One more time. Take down the ball game. Okay? See how many times. Throw it nice and easy. Bounce passes are the easiest to catch. All right. Are you ready? Here. Wait a minute. Whoa. I haven't started the music yet. Can't get in ahead of the music. Here we go. Okay. See a baseball game, a thing he never got to see in his lifetime. So that's an interesting story. We're going down to see the Cincinnati Reds play this summer. They strike up a chorus of "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Just remember, the guy who wrote it never saw one. The guy who wrote it never saw one. An interesting story. Well, the year is 1940. 53 years ago, the governor of Louisiana writes a song, and it is a tremendous hit. Everybody in the country is singing this song, and they still are singing it 53 years later. And guess what? They were calling this music back then hillbilly music. Somebody said, we need a better description of this music. Let's quit calling it hillbilly music. Let's give it a new name. And they called it country. And it's been country music ever since. We are going to do that song that was the first country song called country music in this country. And we've got some special instruments up here that look like this. These are called a kazoo. Now, yeah, there's a wrong way to play it. If you blow into them, you won't get a sound. But you have to put this wider piece that's up here. See, that's a small one down there. Put that wider piece up close to this thing in your mouth and just go. Just hum it. Just hum into it. Go. And this thing makes a noise. So we are going to give ourselves a kazoo band to play the first country song in this country. So I need about 8 people to help me out. This guy right over here. Over there. Right back there. Right here. Wonderful. Girl right here. Go back there in the yellow. Straight line. All right, there they are, folks. The Springcreek Sunshine Kazoo Band. Why do we call them the Sunshine Kazoo Band? Because the first country song in this country called country had sunshine in the title. Oh, that's what it was called. We're going to find out. You're going to get to sing it? thick end that goes in your mouth, and just go, mmm. Go ahead, let's hear what you sound like. Beautiful! Don't rehearse it too much. You are my sunshine, my only sun. Where's the country song? Make me happy when skies are gray. Never know how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. Somebody's in tune over there. Sounds pretty good. Here we go. You are my sun, my only sunshine. You make me happy. Got it good. You'll never know, dear. Like I love you. Don't take my sunshine. Don't take my sunshine. Here we go. Sunshine, my only sunshine. Let's give our band a nice hand. They did a super job. Put them up there on the table there, folks. All right. 53 years ago, folks, we got our first country song. Today, country music is the top-selling music of all styles. There's nothing even close to it. The top radio stations in the country play country music. Country music has still intensified. I don't know whether the music's going uphill or downhill, but for our finale number, I'll let you decide, because we're going to bring it pretty down pretty close to home. Now you can tell the world I never was your girl. You can wear the clothes when I'm gone. You can tell your friends that you're like this, and that you're gonna find me on the phone. You can tell my heart to go back to the park. You can tell my foot to I don't know whether we're going uphill or downhill. That song's the worst example of writing I've ever seen in any song. It's a travesty on a poet to have to put up with lip and fist that don't even rhyme with each other. At least mine rhymes, huh? What sold that song? For goodness sakes, it wasn't one of the crazy words. It was the beat. The beat. Thump, 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 thump. Guess where it came from? Ragtime. Right back where we started from. Right where we began the show. The beat came from ragtime. Uneven rhythm. What we've been doing practically the last 45 minutes. Folks, don't forget ragtime. I've enjoyed being back with you. You've been a great, great audience. Oh, I owe you a surprise. What I used to do. You know what Mrs. Young does around here? She's got the easy job, the gravy job. You know, she's just a principal. That's the easy job to do. How do I know? Because I used to be one. I used to be an elementary school principal. Now they lived 16 years and 14 years as a teacher. But I enjoyed all 16 years as an elementary principal. And I was told this is what principals did when they retired. So I've been out here now for 14 years, and I haven't found one single retired principal that's doing this type of thing. But I got to having so much fun, I couldn't quit. And so I just keep on. I was a band leader butler at Denham Elementary for 16 years. I had 750 kids. I had a staff of almost 40 people. I enjoyed every minute of it. I've enjoyed every minute of the last 14 years. Especially when I can have an audience like you folks here at Springcreek. Thank you so very much. You have yourselves a good school year the rest of the way. Make tomorrow better than today and keep on doing it that way. And have yourselves a great summer vacation. Thank you so very, very much.
Hey, instant replay.
Hey, that's an instant replay.
Wave, Jim. Wave, Jim.
I understand we're all here, so we will proceed. Okay. 2 years ago was the last time I was here. Mr. Wick, gentleman right back there, we used to hang out here. Had me go clear way up to that auditorium for I don't know how many years. I let all my equipment up there. Boy, Mr. Young, she's taking it easy on me. I can back right up to that door, and boy, it's easy. So I know it's a little more comfortable sitting in those auditorium seats, but it's easier for me to do it here. I was here 2 years. Every time I came to Springcreek for several years, I had to do a special kind of a show. That was usually either Veterans Day or Thanksgiving. I exhausted my total supply of material for those 2 holidays with you folks up here that were around for 3 or 4 years. So here we are in the spring, with no particular holiday, all of the Memorial Day's coming up. And I'm glad to be back with you folks one more time and share with you my love of my special music, and it sort of has a special history to it. You get down to the music store, and you buy your CDs and your cassettes, and you take them home and play them, they probably got a pretty good beat to it, I imagine. I imagine there's a little beat to it that you listen to. But you can't find the music from which that beat came. Not in any music store. Not in any music store anywhere. That's too bad. Really, because this music that I'm going to reintroduce you to again is the reason for all the upbeat music of today. That's the reason. The music, of course, is called Ragtime. Ragtime. Shortened up. Ragtime. 20 years. This country was saturated with ragtime. They wrote them by the thousands. They named them after everything. Food, plants, animals. Anything could be a rag. One guy even had the audacity to write a rag about the keys on the piano. Yeah, the keys on the piano. One I'm going to play. His name was George Bosford, lived out in South Dakota. He knew he couldn't publish rags out in South Dakota. There wasn't a publishing house within 1,000 miles of him out there. So he came to New York City, where he could publish. And he published more than just rags. He published popular songs. But he did this one. Guess what he called it? Named after keys on the piano. Black and white rag. Black and white rag. That's the one I'm going to do for you today. Written back in 1908. Now I want you to remember that Ragtime in 4 years will be 100 years old. In 4 more years, 96 years old. In 1997, Ragtime will have its centennial. Because the first published rag was in 1897. The Ragtime years were from then till the First World War, 1917. So it's 20 years, and they called it the Ragtime years. This rag was written right in the middle of the Ragtime years, almost. It's 1908, 85 years ago. So I'm going to start further off with the black and white rag by George Bosford. I've got on the garter bands. They're symbolic of the music. Anybody that played ragtime back in the olden days, they put on garter bands. That was symbolic of ragtime. Wore the striped shirt. Sometimes they put on suspenders or a vest, one or the other. Wear a black derby or a straw hat. Put on a bow tie. They wanted to be flashy. Because they were playing the music of the day. And people were buying ragtime and sheet music for them like you wouldn't believe. Every parlor piano in this country was loaded up with ragtime. And a lot of people who bought it could never learn to play it because it's not easy music to play. How many take piano lessons? Oh, we got about 3 or 4 of you. Good. I hope you have better luck with your piano lessons than I have with mine. And I want to encourage you to practice something I wouldn't do. I want to encourage you to practice, and I want to encourage you to stay with your music. And then the rest of you that want to get into piano lessons, you're never too old to start taking piano lessons. Piano is still the basic instrument in this country today. Back in the olden days, it was the family entertainment center. It was what television is today. People gathered around the piano, and they listened, played, and sang, and they had an evening's entertainment. And most of the members of the family had a plenty knowledge of the piano. So they take turns. They put the sheet music up and they just sang. The whole family would sing. That was their way of being entertained. When you haven't got television, when you haven't got radio, and when you haven't got anything to play recorded music on, that was about your only choice, was the piano. And it was the focal point. So, let's begin now with the black and white rag. Let's hear what ragtime sounds like one more time. The reason why I make all these pilgrimages every year to 15 counties with school kids and let them know what the music you're listening to today came from. They called it ragtime. It's a music we've got to preserve. started with. It's that kind of music. It's called ragtime. And you can't find it in music stores. You don't hear it on the radio. It's a music that is sort of going to the wayside. There's only a handful of ragtime piano players in the country today who are playing this music. But I'll tell you, there's a market out there for it, because I go 600 shows a year, totally. And I'm doing it because I play ragtime. So there is a market out there for this music. You know, when that ragtime piano player was playing, he always wanted someone to back him up. His favorite string instrument to back him up was none other than the banjo. He loved the banjo to back him up. But if he had his choice of rhythm instrument, he had another favorite, and it was something like this. You are looking at the family washing machine of 1900. That's it. No electric cord, nothing automatic, metal wrinkled surface. Every Monday morning, Mom scrubbed the clothes across this metal wrinkled surface into a wash tub. That was the way they did the family laundry back then. Then they'd hang it up on a nail about Monday noon and let it sit there and get a layer of dust on it until the next Monday morning when they'd be back out there washing. See, you didn't get your dirty clothes in Monday morning. You had to wait till the next Monday morning to get them washed, because Mom only washed once a week back then. She had a schedule, and Monday was your wash day. And one the other day of the week was a wash day. They found out this thing made rhythm. Spoons? Yeah. That's your spoons. Also thimbles. But look what happens. Make a rhythm. Take it right up, throw it down, tap, and you can play the rhythm on a washboard. There were bands back then that didn't even mess around with the drummer. They said, this is the kind of sound we want to hear when we play ragtime. We want to hear that kind of sound. So they used a washboard. Well, they got smart and started putting little accessories on, like a horn. Well, along a while, reached down and see the horn. Keep right on going. So, the washboard became one of the favorite rhythm instruments of the Bible today. But there was one more. One more. Spoons. These are old-time spoons, as you can tell. They're tarnished. Hold them back to back. That's the way you play spoons. You put them back to back. You want that top one to stay tight. You want that bottom one to flop a little bit. So you can play a rhythm. So spoons were used to make a rhythm. So between spoon players and washboard players, the ragtime piano players had a picnic, playing this kind of music that I just played, and having this kind of rhythm back him up. And this is what he enjoyed. Those two instruments. So we're going to sort of put them all together. Now we're sort of going to do this in steps. We've got two large washboards, and I need a sort of a tall boy and sort of a tall girl to help me out on the big washboards. That guy there's pretty good size. Would you like to help us out? Oh, yeah. Basketball coach. Tall girl. Would you like to come up? Okay, come on up. Put over your head, you know, the two spoons in your hand. You take the other big washboard. Now we got two smaller washboards. Doesn't matter here, this guy right here. in order for a special reason. So I need to have the guy on the small spoons here. Need the guy on the big spoons next door here. You have to down this way. Need the guy on the small washboard here. The guy on the big washboard over here. All right, good. I need big washboard right here. Okay, come on down here. And big. Okay, you're on the end down here. Okay, there they are, folks. We got them in the right order. We're getting ready to. Y'all make a little bit of noise on those things. Spoon players have any trouble? Yes. Oh, you need 2 spoons. Yeah, you need 2 spoons, one each hand. Yeah, you need a spoon each hand. Okay. So I put the spoon back there. I didn't think I had an extra one. Okay, we're going to do a song. I want the first time through, I want you to listen to the words. And then we're going to feature these folks here. So, the first time through, I'll play and do the words. Then the second time through, we're going to feature all these folks here. And then we'll go from there. All right, are you ready? I'm not going to take this off. I'm going to tell you something. I just want you to hear what the words are. Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, said the chimpy to the bone. Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, said the monkey to the chimp. All night long they chatter away, all night long they were happy together, singing and swinging in the honky-tonky way. Abba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba-dabba, each chimp I do love you. Abba-dabba, monkeys all each chimp I love you too. And the big baboon one night is you. He married them and very soon we had a ball there and a honeymoon. Okay, the band. It's my pleasure, ladies and gentlemen, to introduce to you our special cast here. I'd like to introduce to you Usher number 1, Usher number 2, the best man, the groom, bride. Remember, in the habit, I give an invitation, right? I give an invitation. She's shaking her head. She's shaking her head. I can tell you about that song. That song was written in the Ragtime years. It was written back in 1914, which means next year will be 80 years old. To say this song was a big hit is putting it mildly. The Abba Dabba Honeymoon was one of the truly great big song hits of the old-time years. Ragtime. Ragtime lasted until 1917. This song had a raggy beat. I mean, it had a ragtime mode to it. But it was a popular song. It had words. That's why I want to do the words so you can understand it's all about 2 monkeys getting married, you know. I'm not going to accuse anybody of during this party, but I thought they did a super job on those voice boards and spoons. I think we'll give them a hand one more time. Well, what happened? Why did Ragtime found a band, a five-piece band, a trumpet player, a trombone, a clarinet, a piano, and a drummer. They called themselves the original Dixieland Jazz Band. Jazz, a new word on the scene. They've been playing jazz music down in New Orleans for 25 years, and nobody in the rest of the country knew anything about it. Because there was no radio, and there was no way to record it. No way to record it. And not only that, they didn't have anything written down. These musicians down there in New Orleans back years ago didn't even know one note from another. All they did was pick up horns and play. They called it jazz. They called it jazz. Well, anyway, this band left town. 1917. Went up the Mississippi River to St. Louis. Went all the way to New York City. When they got to New York City, they got a job at a restaurant. And for the first time, somebody outside the city limits of New Orleans could hear this new music they called jazz. And jazz is now the music, and ragtime was old-fashioned. Ragtime was out of luck. Jazz music was the in music. For the next 15 years, this country went jazz crazy. They called it the Jazz Age. It lasted all through the 1920s and right on into the early 1930s. From 1917, about 15 years of what we call the Jazz Age. In the Jazz Age, now we had, instead of ragtime bands, we had jazz bands composed of a trumpet, a trombone, a clarinet, a banjo, a tuba, a drummer, maybe even a voice player, and a piano player. 7, maybe 8, maybe 6-piece band. What they do, they went into these little places all over the country every night, and people came for one reason, not to sit there and listen to the band, but to get up on the floor and dance. And this became the rage of the 20s, was dancing. Everybody went out, whenever they went out for the evening's entertainment, they didn't go out to see a movie. There wasn't such thing except silent movies back then. They went out to see how much they could put their feet on the floor and move and dance. And dancing was the rage. They had one song that was their all-time favorite. Here it is. Named after the city of South Carolina. That's where the dance originated. It was in a Broadway show first in 1922. By 1925, this country was absolutely Charleston crazy. Charleston was the dance of the 1920s. It was the dance of the Jazz Age. Do we have any teachers in here who can show us a few of the steps of Charleston? Concentrate on today is the step up, step back. You want to show them how you do that? The step, yeah, that's it. Step up, step back. Okay, that's one of them. Okay, now the other one is called the ankle tap spin, where you do this. Well, you just turn around and keep tapping the ankle. Okay, and the cross knees. Cross knees. Yeah, that's another one. Now, here's the other one. If you have any more, you don't We are going to get a little bit of help out here. We need some girls to help us out. Go back there. Go back there. Go right here. Oh, how about you go right here? And go right there. Okay. Okay, you can sort of stay. All of you stay right along here. Okay, now, ladies, before we do this, instant help. We have to introduce to you the accessories of the Charleston. We need a pair of beads here. Just hang over your head. You got about halfway up, you grab them, and then you just twirl them a little bit. There we go, all right. Okay, now we are going to show you folks how to do the challenge. And the second time through, if any of you want to help us out at your seat, just stand right where you are. You can join in with us on the second time through. Came right behind the Charleston that tried to capture, but nothing ever got the popularity of that dance right there. And that's what people were doing back in the 20s, out every night of the week practically, in these little small clubs throughout the country, with jazz bands up there playing the Charleston music, and people out on the floor dancing. That was a big time. Your great-grandmothers probably, if they would be willing to admit it, danced to Charleston when they were young ladies back in the 1920s. But we had a terrible thing happen in this country, and all of a sudden, this country was in a mess. They called it the Great Depression. Great Depression. Your great-grandparents can tell you all about it. No food, no money, no job. No, they lost every cent they had. Put all the money in the bank, and the bank ran under, and they never got a cent. These people were really in bad straits. 60 years ago in this country, we were in a massive mess. Nobody had any jobs. It was really a tough time. We never had anything like it before. But there was a guy back in 1933, 60 years ago, who had $2 and he said, I'm going to splurge. I don't care if there's inflation, I'm going to splurge. He went down to a tailor shop and he had a tailor making a suit of clothes for $2. The tailor was glad to have the work. $2 is a lot of money back then. That'd be about like $50 or $60 or $100 now. $2. And so he went down to pick up the suit. Guess what? The tailor had made a very, very bad mistake. This has to be the saddest song of the Depression youth. The song even has sad chords. You can't get any sadder chords than that on the piano. You made my coat and vest look the best. You made the liner nice and strong. But Sam, you made my pants too long. You made my Piqua lapel look so swell. Who am I to say that you're wrong? But Sam, you made my pants too long. I got a belt. I got stickers. Well, what can I lose? What good are belts? What good are those suspenders when my pants are hanging over my shoes? I feel that winter breeze up and down my knees. My belt is where my tie belongs. Cause Sam, you made my pants too long. That is your line, folks. You better be sure to get it on the right place. Let's get a little hand clap going nice and easy, not loud. Yeah, there we go. You made the coat and vest look the best. You made the line nice and strong. But Sam, you made the Piqua lapel look so swell. Who am I to say that you're wrong? Who in 20 years would be Mr. Television. The words are written by Milton Berle. To Sam, you made the pants too long. Back then in 1933, nobody even knew Milton Berle until he came to television in the early 1950s and became known as Mr. Television. What brought us out of this depression? Guess what? It was the war. World War II. Then jobs opened up. Well, we had to make a lot of war material. We had to make a lot of tanks and guns and planes. And everybody got a job. So the war brought us out of the depression. Happened in 1941. December 7th, 1941. A day of infamy, as President Franklin Roosevelt said back then. And on the hit parade that day of December 7th, 1941, there was a song that everybody in the country was going crazy about. Going crazy about this song. Why? I don't know. 4 quick hand claps in the middle of the line? I guess so. That's what it is. 4 quick hand claps in the middle of the line. I never known a song ever before or since ever had it. In the middle of the line. There's a song. See, this comes along. The guy that wrote it never wrote another song the rest of his life. But this song was on the top of the hit parade. Well, since it's on the top of the hit parade, the day that we were attacked Pearl Harbor, World War II began, we might as well find out what this song is. We're going to divide you into 4 groups here. We got a group right down through here. I need a leader out of this group. Right there. That's right up here. Group right through here. Big girl right there. Group number 3 right through here. Right there. And number 4 right here. Okay. Come on up here and get in front of your group. Now we're going to turn these signs around one at a time, just a minute, and show you what you sing before you hit the 4 quick hand claps and at the title of the song. Okay, song number 1, turn yours around. The stars at night are big and bright. Yeah, okay, now number 2, turn yours around. Prairie skies wide and high. Number 3, sage in bloom is like perfume. Number 4, reminds me of the one I love. Now, each group sings your half a line, and then we do the 4 quick hand claps and sing the title, Deep in the Heart of Texas. That was the name of the song that was on the top of the hit parade back in 1941. Now it goes real simple now, so we'll just take a dry run through and clap your hands. Now it goes like this. Okay, right after the stars tonight are big and bright, we all do the 4 quick hand claps. Title line. Okay, are you ready for number 1? The stars at night are big. Everybody. Big in the heart of Texas. Number 2, the prairie sky is wide and bright. Big in the heart of Texas. Number 3, the sage in blue is like everybody. Big in the heart of Texas. Number 4, reminds me of the one I love. Big in the heart of Texas. Oh, you did so well, we're going to start moving right now. I want to sign overs 1 and 4 to trade places. You go down here, he goes down there. Now 2 and 3 in the middle, trade places. Okay, now we're coming back in reverse. Are you ready? We're starting down here. Stars at night. Number 2. Prairie sky is wide. Everybody. Number 3. Sage in blue is like her. Big in the heart of Texas. Number 4. tremendous hit. You see, that was sort of the beginnings of this kind of music that is today the leading seller of all styles of music. This was called a country song. Even in Harvard, Texas, was called a country song. We had our very first country song written a year earlier in 1940 called You Are My Sunshine. And from then on, country music has been on the upswing until last year.